All right, Steve, you got some nice little small desktop speakers here. This is from a company called Ruark. I'm not real familiar, so I've got some questions in regards to these. But tell us what we're looking at, what features they have, and what application we can see used for.
Ruark is a really cool company. They've been around since the 1980s, and they started making bookshelf speakers. Around about 2016 or so, they saw a shift in the market where the use case of traditional speakers, it still had its base, but many customers were looking for more lifestyle products.
Right.
And so they actually stopped making their traditional two-channel passive products and developed an entire range of lifestyle speakers.
Okay.
And the range really starts with this model here. This is the R1. And so what the R1 is it is a Bluetooth speaker that is also an alarm clock, that also has an incredible custom-made driver built into it in a beautiful enclosure, premium materials, and incredible sound. And it can pretty much go anywhere.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
So anywhere in your home, at least, right? And it's very affordable. These are $399 retail. And the idea behind it was, yes, everybody would love a high-performance system, but there's other rooms of your house where you want to listen to music.
Right.
And most of the stuff that's on the market that they saw looked more like plastic and not like a fine piece of furniture.
Sure.
And so what they were going for with this line was something that would look beautiful, match your furniture, go anywhere in the house.
So what connectivity do we have with this?
So you've got a couple different choices with this one. You have Bluetooth. So of course with Bluetooth you can hook up your phone and connect to any app that you've got. You also have auxiliary input, which is a 3.5 millimeter. So you can connect anything else that you can get a 3.5 millimeter into it, whether that be an old CD player, your standard stereo system, output from multiple different devices, pretty much anything that can use a 3.5 millimeter aux will work on this unit.
So we got built-in radio into this?
We do. And there's actually
antenna back here.
There's a terrestrial antenna
there
here that pops out, and it also has digital, a DAB, so you can do like world radio as well.
Sure, gotcha. Super cool form factor. So we got two finishes here. We got a black and a white. I like this wood right here on the front.
Yeah, the material composition of the product is just on another level, especially at this kind of price point.
All right, Steve, we just talked about the R1, so this is the next step up. So this is the MR1.
Correct.
Still really small form factor, but this adds a whole lot more features, so let's walk through those.
Yeah, so the idea behind this product is really something that's designed as a multimedia hub, right? So you've got a product that works Bluetooth.
Okay.
It has a USB-C connection for USB audio in from your computer, from anything that has a USB output. You have a phono preamp, so you can hook up vinyl to it. It has a moving magnet phono preamp built into it. If you're into vinyl, add a turntable, you're up and running. And it also has an auxiliary input, so you've got a 3.5 millimeter auxiliary input that you can hook pretty much any old school product, hardwired right into it. And it's also got a subwoofer output.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I thought you would. So if you're like Michael and you need more bass, you can add as many subwoofers as you want from here. It's got Ruark's classic sound. You know, Ruark started in 1982 as a manufacturer of passive loudspeakers. And so they know a lot about how to make speakers sound good. That's really their heritage. But you're getting it in a powered speaker. So there's no additional electronics needed. And if you've listened to YouTube, if you've tried to have an experience with your computer and you're doing it through your monitor, you owe yourself the chance to listen to something like this.
Yeah. If you're listening to music, whether it's Spotify, Tidal, watching YouTube videos, editing, I see a whole lot of application in this. And the biggest thing to me is you don't need external stuff. It's all built in. You don't need the external DAC. You don't need adapters and converters and all this other stuff. This really powered speakers for a desktop setup make perfect sense to me.
Yeah, and the form factor, the build quality, the material composition, and of course the sound at a $599 price point is something you won't see from anybody else.
Yeah, and we got two different finishes here, beautiful finishes.
We have charcoal and a walnut.
See, I could definitely see this. I really like the style and design of this. So you've got the walnut and then this gray, kind of like a, I don't know what you would call that. It's got like some white shimmer in it too, so it's not just a solid color.
Yeah, it's a like a cane grill style fabric grill cloth.
But just really elegant speaker here. I think these look really sharp on a desk. And then down here, it's like we're bottom ported.
We are.
All right.
It also has a subwoofer output, and you can use Ruark's upcoming new subwoofer or any subwoofer of your choice.
Okay. All right, Steve, I love hearing about new products, and Ruark is pretty new to me. You guys have been carrying them for quite a while. I love the style, love the finish. This is an integrated amplifier. Tell us all about it.
It is. It's an integrated amplifier, but it's so much more. Ruark is a really cool company, and I think one of the things that's awesome about the R610 and makes this thing special is so many products on the market, you almost have to make an excuse for them.
Okay.
You have to say, yeah, you can get this, this, and this, but you can't have that. Or it'll do this, this, and this, but it won't do that.
Right.
What Ruark was trying to do was say, let's build a product that gives you all the connectivity you could possibly want in a single box solution that's done elegantly with real wood veneer, attractive price, and all the functionality you could possibly imagine. And let's not sacrifice on anything.
Okay.
And so what does that mean? Well, it starts with the streaming engine, okay? So it will do streaming. It will connect with Spotify Connect, Tidal, Qobuz. It has Roon built in.
Okay.
Okay. So you've got all your streaming built in. Everything you could want, it'll do it. It also has HDMI with eARC.
All right. So now you can connect it to your TV.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay.
There are so many products on the market, especially in the audio space, that don't have HDMI.
Yeah.
Or if they do, they don't have eARC. And so what they were trying to do is say, there's this convergence coming where a consumer still wants to have the connectivity of the TV, but they want the sound and performance of a traditional old school amplifier. And that's what they were looking for. So on top of that capability, of course it has all your standard inputs and outputs from RCA, but you're also going to get a phono preamplifier input. Okay, so it's got moving magnet phono preamp built in, so you can hook up a turntable to it. You've got subwoofer output. If you want some subwoofers, you can add subwoofers to this product as well. You've got a USB DAC built into it. You have optical input built in. So, and you have your standard 3.5 auxiliary input. So I can't really think of anything that you don't or you can't hook up to it.
Right.
It also does Bluetooth on top of the Wi-Fi streaming, and it's 75 watts per channel.
Okay. So you're getting 75 watts a channel. With this, you can hook up your own set of speakers. So Steve, we can plug everything into this device, but how do we control it?
It's an awesome question. So Ruark gives you multiple ways to operate the device. First, you can control it from the top with the jog dial on the top. You also have control from the front. There is a screen, and it comes with a remote.
Okay.
And then lastly, because it's Spotify Connect, Tidal Connect, you can also control it directly from whatever app that you're used to using now for all of your streaming.
Okay, tell me a little bit more about the screen. What do we see on the front since we don't have this hooked up?
Yeah, so the front of the screen is going to display whatever you're doing at that time. So whether that's the input when you're switching inputs, the volume up or down, and when you are either using the optional outboard CD player or you're streaming from a streaming service, it's going to show you the album artwork.
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Yes, absolutely, in full color. So you're going to get all the album artwork, all the detail. It can do everything that you can see on any other product that will display Spotify, Tidal, Qobuz, Apple, whatever you want.
Yeah, this is one of these products that you don't stick inside a cabinet and close the door and hide it. You want to put this on top. This is a showpiece. This is something that, you know, for those of you that like tactile, you like to come and touch and physically, you know, get up and, you know, close and personal, or you can use the remote as well. But I love the style. I love the design. I'm excited about this product. I want to get some of these in for review, and we'll test them out in the Obsessed Home Theater Lab and really just see what this product is all about, Ruark and the brand. But I definitely like what I'm seeing here.
And I think the one thing to keep in mind for yourself and for all of your viewers and your customers is, yeah, everybody wants to build a theater or everybody wants a high-performance 2-channel, but you have so many other rooms in your home, right? So the music doesn't need to stop when you leave that room. And that's the idea behind pretty much everything Ruark makes. and they're all interconnected. They all talk to each other. They're all available to work through Room. So you have multi-room capability with all of them.
So with the R610, you mentioned that we can connect any of our own speakers, but Ruark has their own Sabre speakers. So I'd love to hear more about these.
Yeah, so Ruark understands that you may have your own flavor, your own style, and you may want your own speaker. You may already own a pair of speakers that are perfectly good and want to use them. Mm-hmm. But if you're in the market for a total package, they developed the Sabre R speaker to match the R610. And what you're getting here is you're getting 40 years of audio know-how, 40 years of Ruark, who started as a speaker manufacturer, and this is their first entry back into making passive speakers. Okay. They're super excited about it. It's an incredible product. Again, you're getting the real wood veneer, soft dome tweeter, roughly 5.25-inch driver, and all in a gorgeous, attractive package. Sounds incredible. They have the acoustic know-how. It is a ported enclosure, and the fit and finish is just spectacular. Sounds awesome, and we just came back from a trade show where we had these playing, and every person that came in the room thought we were lying. We were hiding a subwoofer behind the
So you would just run these in 2.0 with no subwoofer?
We had just these, no subwoofer,
cool.
on a set of generic speaker stands, and around about 3,000 people came through the doors. Yeah. And no one could believe the bass output.
Super cool. And the great thing, too, with the audiophile world, especially in the two-channel stuff can get stupid expensive. Like we're talking tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Nowhere close in this package. So what are we looking at price point-wise?
Yeah, no. Ruark is all about also trying to make the product, addressable,
accessible,
right? Accessible, yeah. It's I wouldn't want to say cheap.
Right.
But certainly it's not aspirational. Yeah. And so the bookshelf speakers are $8.99 a pair. Okay. Come in two finishes. The walnut that you see here, as well as a charcoal, which you could think of like a black finish. Sure. And the R610 integrated amplifier is $1,699.
A couple other things I happen to notice looking at this. I really like how there's just the tie-in between the two. Not only just the finish on the outside, but down here you've got this horizontal wood front, and then over here the horizontal wood. I think that's super cool. It just ties us in beautifully. Again, this is something you're not hiding. You want to put this out on, front and foremost in your living room or on your computer desk. And then also another thing, let's turn this around. Let's take a look at the back. So it's rear ported, really nice high-end binding posts here. And so, they didn't chintz out on that. They didn't use the real small, simple binding posts. So these are biampable as well if you want to do that. Yep. Now, can you do that with this product?
So with this product, you only have a standard set of positive and negative for both left and right. However, you certainly could use a by-wire speaker cable with them, right? I've used them to incredible effect. Like I said, just recently at a trade show, using them with just the R610, one set of speaker connects. Yeah. I can't imagine why you need more. I mean, it never hurts to have more power, but I can't imagine why you would need it. But if you do, the capability is there.
Last thing I'd love to show is the magnetic grills. I always love it when a manufacturer uses magnetic versus the pegs. Pegs oftentimes, sometimes they break. Other times, they're just more difficult to set onto the speaker. These are super simple, easy to add and remove. Love it.
Super easy.
And the fact, you'd be surprised, I've seen some brands that I've reviewed that when you put the magnet, or when they snap to it, it doesn't snap like where it's supposed to. It's crooked. Yeah. So then you have to align it.
That's why I did it from behind the speaker.
Yeah, you're like, boom. I don't even have to look at it. I don't have to touch it. It just snaps in place because they use really strong magnets in these. Super cool product. I'm really excited to hear this.